talking about the Earth and its solar system. We have found now that it soon will blow up in about 1 year. And 1 year to them is 1 week. I'm Xanadu, of course, you know. And today we're going to be having some contractors and builders that will be building on the planet Pluto for the Earth people. We hope there will be enough acres for these people. And now I'd like to introduce one of our visitors, and he is Mr. Mouse. Mr. Mouse is one of the people who knows what is happening with the what should I say, solar system around Earth. He is the only one on Mars who is into this Earth solar system. So let me welcome Mr. Mouse. Mr. Mouse?
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I have been planning for the Earth people to go to different planets in the solar system, such as Pluto, Jupiter, Mars, and many other planets. We have different planets for different kinds of people. And if, let's say that one of the blacks, Africans I should say, wanted to come onto Pluto with the Americans, they would just take a space shuttle there. We have space shuttles built to hold about 600,000 people.
Wow, that's pretty big. I have a question, Mr. Mouse. I have heard that if we do not quickly get this decision of people on each planet, that we will not be able to actually get them in quick on their planet. If we don't start now, that it will be too late, and it won't be really too late, but we'll have a little problem getting them on each planet. Is this true that you have already put the different kinds of people on each planet?
We haven't started yet putting people on, but the spaceship should take off to have the people go on them. First, we are going test runs in case something goes wrong in one of the space shuttles. We will have dummies aboard them and send them to all different planets. And if something happens to go wrong, we will build another space shuttle. On our planet, we have many supplies that come from all over, let's just say, all the universes. There's more than one universe, as you know. And for all we know, space could go on forever and ever. We collect things from those different places in space which are farther than you can imagine. And we bring them to our planet to use, because we have checked the nearest planets that are closest to us have no survivors on them.
As you see in this talk show, we are talking more by the American way, or the Earthlings. Now, our Mars people, as I am, you are, will have, I know, a little problem getting used to the Earthlings. Now, do you have any hope that maybe they will have a different television than us? Because I know us Mars people do want to see our old-fashioned kind of ways of talking, such as I did mention a while ago about 1 year, which is theirs. Now, we have one, or usually Candia or Lasta, which means 1 year to them.
Yes, and it seems as though time travels faster on our planet. Our planet is not known to the humans. We came in a spaceship here, and we made friends with humans and then told them our true identity, they were not alarmed a bit. So then now almost the whole world knows about us.
Yes. One of the most questions that we got some letters from just over a couple of these FOSDAY days ask this question: will they be allowed on the Mars planet? Because many people are worrying that their children will be learning the earthing ways, and they're very, very worried that if someday they will bring what they call their crimes to Mars. Will they be allowed on Mars planet?
Mars planet is highly, you should say, well, Mars is one of the most active planets that there is. It explodes, it has had craters explode, and the humans don't know what it is, and neither do we. We have asked our scientists, and they don't know. Strange things happen on Mars, and it seems as though humans have actually gone to Mars, and the other humans think we have found this out and told this to them. They have actually thought that they went to the moon, but they have actually gone to Mars and have stayed there.
Yes, here. Well, they say that they landed about 2 acrons away from us. At this station, actually. Is that true?
Well, I do not actually think that that is true. But I wish it were. I really do.
What do these people look like?
Humans?
Mm-hmm.
They look very much like us, but they look very much like you, that is.
Mm-hmm.
But me they have a creature called the mouse on Earth. My name is Mr. Mouse.
Mm-hmm.
And their mouse is actually very, very small. It is only about that big.
Mm-hmm.
About 2 knots.
Mm-hmm. Well, it was nice to have you. Thank you, Mr. Mouse.
Yes.
Okay, that was Mr. Mouse. And this will be very long, and so one of our people here has asked many people from Mars or from other planets to come over here and tell us about it. Now here is Harvey, and Harvey is one of the people who are not building the houses for these people, for the humans, but actually designing them, each little room, each little thing that will be in there. And so here's Harvey. Harvey? Hi.
Hi.
I would like to know something about these houses, and one of them is, do you think the humans will have a little hard time getting used to them?
Well, we are trying to design them as much like their own homes, but I am afraid it is impossible because they are very wasteful creatures. They actually use electrons, which is I am not positive what the word is that they use there. Electronics, that's it.
Oh, yes.
They use electronics and they waste electricity. Yes.
Oh, yes, I did hear about it. Oh, also, we have actually, at last, have had the dictionary that can have our languages and their languages
Mixed
that you
together.
compare. Yeah, and so you can buy one of those if you ever would like to meet an Earthling. Go on, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Well, the houses are made to conserve more because they are much behind time, the Earthlings.
Yes.
They make their own food. We have, as you know, we have machines that all you have to do is press what you want. They use old foods that have this much iron and protein, and they have different amounts. As here everyone is fit and strong and do not get sick because of our bars that have all the protein, vitamins, and minerals that you need. That, well, not you, but humans need.
Yes. Will they be able to bring any of their foods that they have had over their lifetime here?
No, because their food will not preserve long enough. It will rot on the way there. It is a speed cycle trip for them. When they go on this trip, it would take 5 of their minutes. But it will really be taking 5 of their centuries to get there. And the food would be plenty spoiled by then.
Yes. Their homes, let's say, there was a mother, which is actually a fa in our language, and a father, which is a kam in our thing,
Yes.
and children, which is sandis. Now, what if they had 4 people in the family? Now, let's say, what would their house be structured as?
As a quipod.
Okay. Yes.
Quipods are designed very large. For their enjoyment, we have their games, some of their games. We were not able to copy all of their games, but we put them into electronic games, as they would say, so that they do not have to put out as much effort.
Yes.
And because the effort is saved for their bodybuilding, everybody has a bodybuilding thing, because they have to use their muscles. Muscles are tissues that make them strong, so they can lift easier and are more attractive.
How many rooms let me start with this. A child's room. What will contain the child's room? Will it be round, square? What kind of beds? What kind of things will the children use? They are called toys, which are actually fas out here. Follies. Oh yes, I don't know much about toys. And what will they have windows? And will it be glass or what for the children?
They will be hexagons. The rooms will be shaped as hexagons or pentagons, whichever.
Okay. Do they get a choice between that? Or
they get a choice whatever shape they want.
Okay.
And let's say they're not comfortable with some shaped rooms. So they will get what they want. Now, inside the rooms, they have as much as they want. As one of their shows, Buck Rogers, it will be shaped like, it will be almost exactly like those, except in their show, Buck Rogers, which is a man who lives in the 20th century, I think it is. Yes, and he goes in one of their space shuttles, which they have just sent to the moon. One of their space shuttles, and he gets, you could say frozen in the air, and he travels through to the 25th century.
Yes. They have a recording of that, which somehow one of our spacemen went out and got. So
just took it from the Earthlings so that we could see what rooms they would structure them. Now, to them, that room is probably a dream house.
Yes.
Now it will be reality. And the houses are many different shapes. They can live near who they want, where they want.
Okay, let's say they just arrive. Will we have to just stick them in a room and say this is your house, or do they walk around that area and say I would like this house?
Well, actually, houses are made for them, but it's not like a first serve, first find, first serve.
Yeah.
That's not how it is. They are questioned what kind of house they want, who they want to live by, and everything like that. And we try to manage it out. And so far we've gotten about all the houses done on the inside, but the outer structure is still being made.
Okay, you never did finish that question on the children's room. That's all right, though. Yes, I would like to know what will be in the children's room.
As I told you, the shape, hexagon, pentagon.
Yes.
All the toys, as they call them, not as many as they want, but the ones that they want in electrical form. And are easier to use and are not destroyed easily, because their things are easily thrown out and wasted put in the garbage in their dumps, and it pollutes the land.
Yes.
And so that now they're going to fix that.
I have a little question that maybe might help some of our Mars people out there. Have you ever met a human before, and what were they like?
I have met many humans. In fact, I live with two humans. In fact, their names are Sean and Michelle Taylor, and they live in an everyday house, and it is very strange at their house. And they let me sleep there and do anything I want there. It's kind of like I'm kind of like part of their family.
Well, what will the how many, let's say for family thing, how many rooms will there be, and what kind of rooms will there be, and are there like apartments, or are there separate houses?
Well, their apartments are very crowded, and well, these are going to be more like townhouses, except not connected, and they are all white. All of them are white.
Are they glass?
No, they aren't. They're made out of stone, marble. Marble houses, so that they are not easily destroyed.
Okay, and as I said before, let's say for a family, tell me about that.
Just like, we try to make it structured just like the place that they live in, except larger, and if they want anything different, that's fine.
Okay, and thank you, Harvey, for being with me. And next is your brother, Tarvey.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Harvey. Now, Tarvey is his brother, and he's working with the furniture and the things like that. And it will help us know, maybe, because we're going to have to change some of our furniture and stuff like that, because they have different kinds. Here's Tarvey.
Thank you. Well, the furniture... Well, first of all, hi, I'm Tarvey, as you know. And I am working on the inner parts of the houses. And what kind of beds, sleeping tools, and couches, sitting tools, and televisions, which is something like ours, except little back in age, behind time.
I see. Tell us about the beds.
The beds are going to be, well, larger, so that it's, well, not, yes, larger as they're king-size beds for everybody. And that's about it for the beds, except they are feathered beds, which are from their ducks, but we don't kill the ducks.
Oh.
We make feathers, as you could say, to make soft beds and then mattress over the feathers, and they are very in the future, our time feather beds, not the past, their past.
Okay. Tell me about the couches.
The couches are going to be the same, except, oh yes, and on the beds you have a dial that they have just made up beds like that with a dial that you can go in different shapes, like back and to the side and forward and stuff like that.
Okay.
So you can adjust how you want your bed.
Couches.
And the same thing with the couches. Except the couches, you can adjust the arms too. For the chair. And that's about it for the furniture.
Tell me about the carpeting. Will they have carpeting?
Their carpeting will be spill-proof, which is a device which you put on the ground, and if you spill anything on it, all you have to do is pull back the lever, and it wrings out the carpet, just like ours. And it takes care of the carpet. It dyes it back the color where there's a spot, and that's about it. And there you've got a good quality carpet.
Okay, tell me about the kitchen. What is the kitchen like? What is in it, and is it anything like theirs?
No, not at all like theirs. In fact, except for the... No, in fact, there isn't anything. There are three different machines, and one is for frozen foods. Well, come to think of it, it is four. No, it is three. Okay. Frozen foods.
Yes, I have something to say.
Oh, they can have it. First of all, they can have it taste like any of their human foods, but it will still be.
Those granola bars? Is that it?
No, they're shaped like their granola bars, except they're different color.
Oh, okay. Can you freeze those? Because
of course we eat them.
Yes,
but
I know. I never have. Yeah.
You can freeze them, and then they will taste like frozen foods.
Oh, okay.
Like their ice cream, which is ice and cream, and sugar, and many other things that are just like on their planet.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to say?
No, that's about it. That's
okay.
the structure.
Thank you, and have a very nice day. Now we're going to have Mrs. Mouse, which is Mr. Mouse's wife, and she actually is working with pets and animals, and she will be helping us on their pets because they are allowed to bring pets. And here is Mrs. Mouse. Hi, Mrs. Mouse.
Hello.
Now, with these pets, will they be allowed to bring as many pets as they want, or is there a certain amount they can bring?
There is a certain limit, which is 5 pets, unless they want to live on a farm, if they have already lived on one. If they have cattle, which is a cow that they eat and milk, eat the meat and milk the udders.
Yes, and they will they be allowed to eat those, even if, because...
No, they will not, but they will have the sport of, well, really, they milk the cows, and they get the meat from the cows. They send it to our factories, and our factories do what they do to food to make it like it is.
Yes. Oh, good idea. That's very nice. Now, such as a family who has 5 dogs that are not pets but guard dogs, will they be allowed to bring them?
Yes, they will. They will be allowed to bring all the animals that they have, and if they want, they can have 5 more, and that's the limit.
Okay, let's say horses. Now, will they be allowed to bring horses?
Especially. Horses do not take up too much room. They do not have the waste we use for they use for fertilization for we do too for some of our gardens, for flowers, and that's what the manure will be used for. And same with the cow manure. And they don't have to be milked, and they are not slaughtered.
Okay. Let's go to small animals, rodents they call. Will they be allowed to be brung? Even will let's say, are we worried that they will multiply and get out over the Mars planet?
They will multiply, but yes, we will let them on the Mars planet if they get too many. But here on Jupiter, we're gonna let them multiply because they're on their planet. They have many of them, and there's enough room there. So there shall be enough room here for them. And small animals, they can have more than 10 of. If they have 10 already, they can have as many more as they want.
Okay.
But they can't have I think the limit is 20.
Could you tell me about some more things of pets instead of just asking questions? Things that you want to say.
Well, such as fish. They're fish. They are very clean, beautiful, and their wastes are not a lot, and they do not eat that much, and they live very long. So there will be lots of fish, and they will, in fact, let us have fish. Because they think that we'd like them because they are very beautiful. And they think that we could take care of them. You know, and they're very kind people, some of them, most of them are.
Well, I don't know if you're in with this, but you are working with jobs. Now, are the people allowed to have jobs to pay for their food and their clothing?
They will not have jobs to pay for their food and clothing, but they will have jobs for sports to help us out with the shortage. They will not get paid, but they do not have to pay for any of their food or their rent or anything. You know, they're like, they have rent.
What if they do not work? What if they don't do anything? Will they be kicked out, or what will they have to do?
You have to at least do something. If you are between the ages 18 and 70. And then that's retirement age. But if you want, you have to work, but you don't have to. You can work as much as you want. Unless you have any children or anything that you have to do at home. We are very happy that you have something to do at home to take care of children, and you don't have to work.
Well, it's been very nice to have you people with us, and I'd like to congratulate you on the pets because that is a very hard job. Thank you. If anyone has any questions about this show or any of the things that you have heard, just call us. And of course, remember that if you really don't want these people on the planet, remember, we have gone on their planet and not really bugged, but asked them questions. So kind of give a little consideration.